a good score.
Well, that'll work there. Second shot here on the 5th. She won't be too disappointed with that. Certainly a couple of putts from there, and that'll be a good hole. And Henny, what is she looking at here for this putt?
She's got a nice little 14-footer here.
That's signaling your intent. Go and get amongst it early.
Game face on early here, Luke.
Our leader has built a 3-shot par for here as we head over to the next. This looks to be heading for the cut stuff. Second shot here on the 6th. Well, this is ambitious. She looks to be attacking the pin here. Well struck. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
Pretty sure this one's going to move pretty hard right to left.
Here she goes again, making putt after putt. The lead just keeps extending.
Got to say, putting this well from this distance is a huge confidence booster.
And as we get to the 7th at Playa Sayona, all the drama happens at the completion of the hole.
It does. You want to challenge that fairway bunker as best you can with a long iron fairway metal hybrid. You want to be as close to this green as you can off the tee because it's an island green with danger everywhere. You don't want to come into this green with much more than a wedge in your hand.
Put a little buttercut fade on that one. And that one has found its way onto the green. That's a good shot, but some work ahead still. Ooh. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Currently 8 under for the tournament. As we head to the 8th at Playa Sayona, Rich, it looks like we're heading back towards the clubhouse.
Yeah, strong par 4 here, Luke. Fairway bunkers down the left and right hand side. Second shot to a green protected by bunkers left and right, and a little bit long you're going to find a waste area. This is really a beautiful par 4, but it can be a little daunting.
Well, that one is looking like it's going straight down the pipe. And it certainly makes putting easier, doesn't it? The finishing hole to this front 9 at Playa Sayona is another picturesque par 4.
Yeah, we've got waste area down the right-hand side, water in the distance. Driver probably not required off this shortish par 4. Second shot carries a water feature to a green just sitting there in the distance, very receptive. You're thinking birdie all day long.
Time for the second shot here at the 9th.
Against the wind to stick that one.
8 feet to the cup.
This for back-to-back birdies.
As we make the turn, Rich, our featured player is out in front.
Could be some trying times indeed. Tough holes lay ahead, but yes, you're in the position that you want to be, ahead of the pack.
That's some good golf right there. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up her shot from about 125 yards.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. Henny, take us through this putt. What's she facing?
I've had to read this a couple times because there's a subtle last-minute break at the end. It's going to go left.
And as we take a look at the leaderboard, it's an impressive 5-stroke advantage for our leader. The 11th hole at Playa Sayona perhaps requires less than driver off the tee.
Yeah, you got to take driver out of your hands there. You don't want to hit it too long left in the water or catch a fairway bunker down the right-hand side. The difficulty about this second shot, it's got an infinite edge look to it in the distance. It's hard to gauge how far that golf shot really is playing because it looks so much closer than what it really is.
Leading by 6 strokes after that one. They've arrived at the 12th, a par 3.
I can't decide which hole out here is the most beautiful, this one or all the others. Another gorgeous setting here for this par 3. Just a couple of bunkers you got to be mindful of for your tee shot, as well as the ocean back left. However, just sit back and soak in all this beauty.
Here we have a short par 4.
You would love to just sit up here and stripe it right at this green, but you should know better not to. Bail out to the left-hand side. Leave yourself with a pretty simple pitch and run to a tiny green, just surrounded by the most beautiful setting you could ever imagine.
Oh, she's flushed that one, going right for the green. Oh, it'd be nice to make this one. This one's for eagle.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Okay, Henny, what's she looking at with this putt?
Honestly, guys, I stopped counting at 40 feet. This is way out.
Just 10 feet to the cup here. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
I'm down here, I've done the read, and this is a left to righter.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. The 13th hole at Playa Sayona is as pretty as any hole on the course, but 14's not far behind it.
I mean, it just doesn't stop, does it? Every single hole is a postcard moment. I just love the design and use of taking all of these green complexes and putting them as close to the ocean as possible. It just makes every hole pop beautifully. What a wonderful short par 3 that is absolutely diabolical.
Oh, what a shot by our leader.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens in regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that hole. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. The 15th at Playa Sayona is the final par 5 on the golf course.
Waste area down the left-hand side of this hole is going to see a lot of action as players are going to bail left, not wanting to find the ocean with their tee shot. From there, it's going to take a pretty challenging iron to lay up into a zone, not wide. And then the third shot, once again, in a green setting right on the ocean's edge. This is another stunning hole, yet very challenging.
We started this one out on a pretty good line. Yes, she's made it. What a putt. And after that, now sitting at 16 under for the event. The 16th hole, we turn away from the ocean, Rich, and head back towards the clubhouse.
Yes, finally something not going back into the ocean. Just some bunkers on the right-hand side off the tee they have to worry about. But a second shot into a quote-unquote island green there, but this time surrounded by sand. It's a difficult par 4 for sure, but should be able to avoid any large numbers.
That's a great putt to make. She's on fire today and is building her advantage. She's currently in first position. We get on the tee at 17, Rich. This is a hole you really want to make sure you position your ball properly.
Only the long hitters want to take on that waste bunker down the right-hand side. All the others out to the left-hand side. And there's an opening here that players might want to think about chasing their golf ball into, because this second shot, it is dangerous.
Playing from 110 yards out. Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
A look here to get to 18 under the card with this putt. And he's down there. You got a read?
It's just going to cruise up to the left-hand side.
And just checking in on the standings, and she continues to lead this tournament. Well, what a lovely position to be in, holding the lead, playing the last. Good luck.
A nice little draw. Nothing sweeter.
Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
And the putt drops. Well, it's a closing birdie for her round. Well, Rich, after that hot start, it's probably a little surprising this player powered through to victory.
This player absolutely dominated all week long, all tournament long. Great job. You don't see this happen very often.
Well, it was a thrilling day, and on behalf of myself, Luke Elvy, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us. Welcome, everyone. It's time to get ready for the gripping season-long pursuit of the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. Welcome back to our coverage of the Northern Shore Open. The final round starts now. It's great to have your company. I'm Luke Elvy, alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam. And out on the course, bringing all the action, is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. It's all set up to be a thrilling day on the course. Now to the first hole. Before we get into all of today's drama, let's check in with Henny Koyak, as there's some word developing that our featured player has formed a rivalry with Max Homa. Gee, that's brave of them.
It is brave indeed, Luke, because Max Homa may appear all friendly and sweet, but he loves to win. And I just wouldn't want to be going up against him, let alone in a rivalry. It's going to be so tough out there today.
Thanks, Henny. That's lovely intel. I'll be interested to see how our featured player goes against Max Homa, because he's very smart with a chirp of his own. From about 100 yards. Well, that's beautifully judged. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, I've paced this off. She's got 9 foot to go.
Currently 1 under for the tournament. Marigot Cove is full of so many superb golf holes, and the first one that really hits you between the eyes is the par 3 second.
Well, as stunning as the views are, so is the difficulty of this par 3. A long par 3, not much green to work with there, but I'm telling you what, the beauty alone of this hole is worth its weight in gold.
And choosing the 8-iron here. Yep, that shot safely on the green. Henny, take us through this putt. What's she facing?
Looks like this will move to the left-hand side as it goes up the hill.
It's disappointing. So close to a birdie. She's currently in a tie for 12th place in this tournament. The third hole at Marigot Cove is an absolute beauty. The par 5 that doglegs left to right.
This hole screams, keep me on the ground for as long as possible. Because once you get this thing on the ground, it is going to run forever, Luke. Drive her off the tee box. Try and chase it down that hill as best you can. Second shot. Again, keep something low. Keep something on the ground. Let the contour of the fairway help take your golf ball towards the green. Get this thing as close as you can in two. And just a little pitch shot to not much acreage up there. What a wonderful hole.
Nice birdie. Well played. And after that, she'll move to 2 under for the tournament.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Well, that was a bit wayward, wasn't it? She miscued that one. It's headed to the drink. This is her third shot. Only 2 shots off the pace. That'll work there. She needs this one for par.
Okay.
Wow! She's nailed it. That shot's so good, we need to have another look.
What an amazing putt from way out.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. As we move to the 5th, it's a par 4.
Nice. This one hit the fast lane.
Oh, that was pure. Well, she should be happy with that. Anywhere on the green was a good shot. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
The perfect leave. Uphill, right to left.
Oh, so close, but an easy par. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Currently a couple under for the event. The 6th is a par 4. Time for the second shot here at the 6th. A lovely play. She's on the dance floor. And Henny, what's she looking at for this putt?
She's looking at, I'd say about 21 feet.
That came off the play pretty nicely. Oh, you beauty. As we move to the 7th, it's a par 3.
Plateau on the left-hand side of this green that runs into a low area over on the right-hand side. When the pin's on the left, do not miss it long nor left. You're begging to make bogey, more than likely worse. Anything on the right-hand side, though, start licking your chops, my friend. You're thinking 2 all day long.
And that will take her down to 4 under. It's go time here, Rich. A short par 5.
There's another par 5 where height is not necessarily required to get it home in 2. Try and ease it down the right-hand side as best you can. And from there, you got a very unique shaped green that may not require or necessitate you going for it in 2. A Redan-style green going from right to left, around a bunker, placed on the left-hand side of the green. This hole is outstanding.
old high draw. Impressive, isn't it? Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet. A bit long on that one. This putt coming up is for birdie. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And she has been able to take sole possession of the lead with that effort.
Going and going and going.
This is the second shot here on the 9th hole. She's found the green on this approach. This putt is about 17 feet long.
This is such a great opportunity for birdie.
Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. And as you make the turn, Rich, she's going along very nicely and has the lead.
Yeah, but I like the position. I like being out in front. It forces the other players to come catch you. I like their position.
The 10th hole at Margot Cove. All right if the flag's up the front.
When the pin's up front here, this is really kind of a nothing par 3. It's beautiful. It's a lot difficult when it's all the way back there, but up front, this is go ahead and take dead aim.
Going with the pitching wedge here. An opportunity for a birdie here.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. On the 11th tee now, a par 5. Went down. Ooh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet. And she's holding another one. She continues to build on her momentum and her lead. Let's head to the 12th hole. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. This would be a great up and down. Ooh, wouldn't that have been nice? Down she goes. Let's head to the next. The 13th hole is a par 4. Ooh, that one must have caught the downslope. That is goodwill hunting. Sitting at 8 under. Setting up to play the shot here from the greenside rough. Didn't that look good for a long time? And that puddle drop. Well done. And as we move on to the next, our featured player leads by 4. Love the long holes. Welcome to the par 5. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent.
Oh, really leaned on that tee shot. That went forever.
Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader. This putt is about 15 feet to the hole. And he's down there. You got a read?
I'm thinking a little left to right here.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. As we check the standings, it's a massive 6-stroke advantage for our leader. Here we are at the par 5, 15. Left nothing in the tank on that one. That was pummeled. Oh, what a shot by our leader.
Absolutely massive and right down the fairway.
She looks like she's thinking about going for it. And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
Henny, what's she facing with this putt?
It's about 34 feet out.
What a putt to make. Well done.
And a nice feeling it must be to have that sizable of a lead coming down the stretch.
Well, our leader is playing some outstanding golf here now, 8 ahead of the rest of the field. Boy, oh boy, Rich, the 16th hole visually is an absolute beauty, but as a par 3, it's a beast.
Give me a layup number, please. I am not trying to find this green in regulation. I'm trying to lay it up and have a short little pitch shot for my second. Because if I take on this green and I miss it a little right, well, then I'm going to have a 60-yard pitch shot straight up the hill for my next shot. No, thank you. Give me a 4, and I'm happy to go on from there.
Leading by 9 strokes after that one. The penultimate hole here at Marigot Cove really asks the question, where do you leave your tee shot?
Ideally, you'd like to challenge the end of this fairway as best possible and leave yourself as short a second shot as you can possibly get into this green that sits across the water from you. Anything left short of that fairway bunker is going to leave a long iron to a small target.
Lining up the birdie putt here. And with that, she's going to extend her lead on the field. That's a momentum maker, isn't it?
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
And a chance to ice the tournament here. Holding the lead, playing the last. It looked like it came out of a cannon. She's standing over her second shot. Fantastic. What a shot from the leader. She has this to finish her round with the clubhouse lead. And she makes the putt to grab the clubhouse lead. That's good golf by her, but she's got that nervous weight as the rest of the field finishes up their day. That is a comprehensive performance, Rich.
Didn't break a sweat on the way to victory lane. I gotta say, I love it. It was so easy and smooth. It was a work of art.
Well, on behalf of myself, Neil Goldie, and Rich Bean, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're back for the finale of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Let's see who will be crowned a champion. It looks like a great day out there. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew Catalan, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvey. Down on the course, walking with the feature group is Henny Koyak. John McCarthy is with us as well. Rich, we're at Arnie's place this week, Bay Hill Club and Lodge. What can the players look forward to from this course?
Well, they're going to find a course that's ferocious, aren't they? This golf course historically plays firm, fast, the wind is up, the temperatures can be cool. It's a golf course that it doesn't suffer players that aren't tough. And I think that's what Arnold really wanted to have. He wanted a U.S. Open here so badly, never quite got it. But I can promise you this, each and every year, these players feel the pain and suffering that Arnold wanted them to have at this venue. It's quite the test.
And now to the par 3 second. This is a hybrid.
A tough break there. Just getting into that second cut of rough.
You think about the confidence this player has after winning in their last event.
Winning breeds confidence, doesn't it? It wouldn't surprise me to see them make another strong one at the title again this week.
Wow, I thought that was going in. Here's a bogey putt. That one drops. And after that, she falls to 1 over for the tournament. The tee shot at 3. Well, bad shot, bad break. Whatever the case may be, that did not work out well. That is great contact out of the rough. This putt from 7 feet away.
Who doesn't love a birdie putt?
She has a smile there as she moves to even par. Let's take a closer look at the par 5 fourth. A lot to like about that one. Not shy about that shot on the par 5 and 2.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
Yeah, it's going to bank to the left-hand side, this one.
Opportunity here to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
The 5th at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards, Rich. Placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
Setting up for her third shot. Just 2 shots behind. That silky touch from around the greens. A lovely shot to chip in.
And a chip in, Luke, just what the doctor ordered.
And as we move along, it's Colin Morikawa on top of things. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th Rich. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
Oh, well done. What does she have in front of her here, Henny?
The yardage is 215.
This one headed left and not coming back.
That's a wonderfully played chip shot there. It's just about 3 feet away. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And as we update the scoreboard, this player is in second, behind Colin Morikawa.
The club choice is a 6-iron. Yeah, I like that. That's okay there. That's a safe shot. If this putt drops, it would be 4 under par for the tournament.
Starting this one out to the right, but it should swing back around.
Okay, moving on to the next. Over to number 8. It's a par 4. Take a look at this. She got all of it. Looks like about 120 yards left. And just 1 shot back. I'm not sure where this one will end up. And the mindset now is to get up and down from here. Okay, the putt goes in. Time for the next hole. We're at the 9th. It's a par 4. This one is headed toward the sand. Well, still some work to be done. Not a bad shot right there. Let's check in with Henny.
An 18-footer for her, guys.
John, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
Pretty straight putt up until the end. Takes a little bit of a turn to the right.
Time for the tee shot on this par 4 hole.
Players have looked at this hole differently over the years. It used to be just a layup shy of that bunker down the right-hand side. But with a favorable wind, we're seeing a lot more players take out driver and take it over that bunker, leaving a very short second to a green that is slightly elevated.
Her aim was a little bit off right there and not on the green.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
Things are still looking good for our featured player in first place on the leaderboard.
The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 3rd, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
A few shots under par at the moment. Wow, that almost went in the hole. This is a par putt.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer has really started to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find a fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Going with the 5-wood. That's a high-quality recovery shot.
Great touch.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And this is quality play. Still on top of the leaderboard. Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side. Open up the angle for your second shot. And it's obvious, you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side. Make a par. Pretty simple.
Trying to get to 5 under with this putt.
Looking good.
Oh, what a bonus. After that hole, this player currently is in first place with Colin Morikawa close behind. And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Penny, take us through this putt. What's she facing?
There's a slope here, and it's going to go right to left on the slope.
And that should secure the par of this one. Well, with that good play, this person is now in first on the leaderboard, with Colin Morikawa in second.
We've hit the par 4, 15th hole.
Strong par 4, your dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
She had great contact on that shot out of the rough. John, you're down there. What can you tell us about this putt?
Well, guys, it's about 22 feet to go here.
Putt on a good line. Oh. All right, here we are with a par opportunity. As we take a look at the leaderboard, our featured player is in first place with a multiple major champion, Colin Morikawa, in second. That is a big-time drive. This shot is about 170 yards. Currently with a 3-shot advantage. Let's see if 8-iron was the right club. It's just so disappointing ending up in the water. 5 under at the moment. Going with 8-iron here. Wow, into the water. What a mistake. looks like about a 170-yard shot required here.
Pro tip, when it's breezy, swing easy. You're welcome.
Well, took a chance, but it doesn't pay off, and now it's wet. 5 under at the moment. Let's see if 8-iron was the right club. John, give us a read on this putt.
Lots of movement right to left on this putt.
Putt on the way and looking good early. Oh, so close. Moving on to the next. We've reached the 17th. It's a par 3.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find, as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
This could be a big momentum putt. It's for birdie.
A big, swinging, sweeping left to righter. Started beautifully.
Before we move on to the next hole, we show you that she is currently in a tie for 5th.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Teeing off on this final hole, and she's only 1 behind. That was really well played. This is a good 130 club.
Wind blowing straight downwind for her. This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
Henny is greenside.
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup.
This player will wait nervously in the clubhouse for the rest of the field to finish, currently in a tie for 1st.
Not a very good place to be sitting. You did your job, but now you have to wait and see what happens.
And now it continues, Rich. We are on to a sudden death playoff.
Cannot wait. Was not ready to go away yet. Loving the action.
Okay, we're going to go right back out to 18 for the start of this playoff.
Oh yeah, let's go. I cannot wait.
That's a pretty good shot right there. Really no other option here but to put it close.
They have to assume their opponent is going to make the putt.
Not super tight, but a makeable putt. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
This putt's going to break to the right.
Right on line, but just misses.
She'll take it big.
And that will push this playoff to another hole. We keep it going. Another hole of sudden death. Going to work. A putt to win the playoff. And it's in. The featured player wins in a playoff.
What a way with that clutch putt.
Rich, this was a battle throughout the week, and in the end, our featured player pulls it out in a sudden death playoff.
Tell you what, it took a lot longer than she wanted, but the win's a win.
Well, we hope you enjoyed our extended coverage of this week's playoff. On behalf of all the hardworking people here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll see you next week.
Is it the very 16 and 18? Good. 16. And John Rahm has this blue broken. She's now still to ET. Down over.
Hello there, my name's John McCarthy, and I want to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. Can't wait to see what goes down here in a bit. We're down on the 10th here, getting ready to play just the back nine today. It's time to do this. He's looking ready to roll. Let's see how he does on this hole.
68, 52. Similar time.
Let's see what his second shot looks like. Here's our second shot on the 10th.
I say the same thing about Aaron Rodgers. Might be the nicest man you've ever met. Values that he learned, his parents played the role in everything that he does. Being grateful. When he lives, where he goes. That's enough too.
Oh, well, that's no good.
The volunteers, the caddies. I like to be a PGA champion. He's not going to change though. We've got 17.
Hey, why are you hitting me? What's up? Chris! Dad, this is not your bed. Drop it. I'm not doing nothing to you. What was Sassy?
In Braver. Believes it's over.
Be careful, he grabbed you. Smacking people.
This man is not a foot wrong. He is 600 par. He's lost 9 holes. You think about it. Before he made the eagle at 9,
the green side rough.
it's 3 off the lead off the bogeys at 6 and 8. And they just found another gear. Maybe even a gear he didn't even know that he had anything like that. I think he might be right. It's found.
Quit eating me.
Yep. You're in the city room. Put together what many consider iconic when he won the 81 US Open. He had every green. More towel his historic career. He's going to be the honorary finally this year at Memorial. Or the St. Matt. Yeah, both going. This is since that night it has been
this putt right here.
exceptional play. Wonderful one.
I think we got a right to left break on this one.
Bobo, quit. You see him?
Well, John, kind of the fifth. Could he sneak one out at the end? 16. And here's the second for Schmidt.
Such an odd lie. It's firm, but the ball set down.
First up goal.
Oh,
You
God.
actually hear it hit behind, then hit the back.
Left the entire way into the corner. Up for Schmidt here at par 5. Up to 18.
Okay, he needs this to have the hole.
Big humble, big grateful, naturally calm.
And we are all square after the first
Flustered
hole.
about anything. Full swing here.
Let's see what we can do here on the
66
11th.
yards to the hole, wants to land at about
Fairway
1-6.
slopes away from us, up around the landing area.
Plays uphill about a handful. That'll get negated by the helping wind.
Lay down. I'm sorry I took your shirt. Chill. Love you. I love you. It's okay.
That's too bad. He's ready to tee off. Let's see what happens here with him.
The king had a huge of the games. Two gloves and the hat they're wearing in his father.
And he'll end up just barely into this first cut.
Was his game.
Shot here on the 11th.
To teach his son all his faith.
That's not what you want.
Yeah.
Just coming out of the first cut here.
He's a teenager.
The approach is heading a bit to the right. We're in the big front here. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Oops, that's no good. It's setting up for your fourth stroke here. All right, we've got an elevated green. Might need some more club.
In the second half, Alex Smalley into the
I hope this one holds on to the fairway here. Okay, it could have been worse, just barely into this first cut.
Still grinding.
18 down with this one.
Oh,
Smalley
close there with the
again
tip.
has found a way. Little overgrounded.
This putt's going to put him
I
one
don't think
up.
the ship was wrecked as
I think this one's going to go a bit to the
stupid
left.
happened yesterday. Super shot at 16, it appears. Finally enough to overtake this guy.
Major championship start. Tied for 19th 3 times. That's his best. These big ones.
You know, people forget he actually won a tournament this year. He won the par 3 contest at Augusta. So it's always been the cheeks. If you win that, you don't win the big tournament. What a prelude it was to this one, I guess.
Maybe we start a new tradition. We win the part 3 of the Masters. With the PGA next.
So just meditating.
Oh,
And if he sinks this next putt, he'll go one up.
heart rate.
I think this one's going left to right. Not a bad result from that distance. Here's a 7-foot putt.
16, beautiful down 17, it's 18.
And this putt right here will put him at one up.
So back to 16. And Schmidt with his third.
Shot. Not unlike the one he had at 13. So let this release.
All right, he dropped that one in there. That's going to win the hole.
Long outside chance to get 7 on it. So difficult, though, happening over that ridge.
To the 12th, and we got a par 3 ahead.
Greens are the odds of these holes, Frank. Incredible stuff. Certainly are. To shoot 39.
And they're going with the 5-wood. Okay, let's see what you do here.
Major championship. On 2 shots, what a time to have the round of 11.
I've seen you swing better.
Next year,
Okay, second shot. You're on the 12th.
67. 67. 65 today, and his wife Enrico.
And if he sinks this next putt, he's going to go 2 up on you. Like a right to left break.
Look at them, man. Look how happy she is. It's gonna make me cry.
It's European tour.
Okay, you gotta get this to go if you want to save par. Oh, bad break. And if he sinks this next putt, he's gonna go 2 up. I think this one's breaking to the left.
Guys out on the course, including Smalley. We're eagle here at 16. He gets to 6 under now, share of second. That's the second eagle today at 16. 17. So this is about a for Rob.
Oh my. And he's got around 4 feet to go here.
Here is Schmid. Top 4 getting that's the championship.
Okay, you've got this to win the hole. And it goes down. That gives you the hole. This match is all square after that hole.
Schmid for his ball.
And this hole is a long par 4 hole.
With 2 holes left to go. To 18. 2-way tie for second right now.
All right, interested to see what he has in store
Take
for us
that
here.
right out, brother. He's done all the things right today. Just didn't find a way to make those putts when it mattered. Honestly, Adam Ryan went ahead and just outplayed everybody. Still, man, that was just a short while ago. Quick Rory.
All right, here's our
Rory,
second
what
shot
was
on
the difference
13.
between a good round, which is what you had today, just one drop shot on a tough golf course, versus the great round that you would have needed to win today?
Well, that won't work.
Yeah, I think
And
not birdie in the two par fives, and then making the bogey at the drivable par 4 13th. That was, to me, I played the golf that I felt like I needed to play the rest of the way. You know, if I birdie the two par fives and I turn that 5 into 3 at 13, then, you know, the day looks very different. Even though Aaron is getting away from the field a little bit, and you know, looks like he's going to win, which is great. You won't find one person on property that's not happy for him. But yeah, looking back on today's round, I'll agree those 3 holes.
We have seen a different schedule from you as of late. When can we expect to see you tee it up again on the PGA Tour?
Yeah, I'm going to take a couple weeks off, and then we're going to be weeks.
Okay, well, appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Amanda.
Let's nestle this one in nice and close.
That's a 9 again, a home location actually look awfully good to him. Get your stuff shot.
And this putt's going to put him one up.
Spot out there.
So it looks like it has a little bit of a break to the left.
330 is 17 today. Shortening the hole. About what? The overnight lead, final group.
Someone's really easy.
Yeah, so there's a blue flag. Would do just that. On that thing, filled out.
Okay, this one can drop for the double bogey. This one looks like it'll break to the right.
Sometimes where it
And if he sinks this
he used to
next
really
putt,
understand the undulations on his golf courses because you don't have to take out all of the risk directly. You can let the ground work for you.
So we both learn from today, seeing their names. Top of the meeting, like, just going to fly around. Really experienced. It's the reason why they're flying the floor. Some of the places. That round today is Jim Trigger mentioned 65. His lowest ever round in the major championship.
One left. There's 8 left of it. I think high 40s to 150 is perfect. Yep.
And as he gets that one to drop, that
High 40, 150.
So around that's the weekend.
that didn't go too well. Maybe next hole we get.
One more good swing of fire, 9.
14th hole. All right, bombs away. Let's see what happens here. Let's go.
Side.
Well, that won't do, will it?
Six, 8, 10. Yeah, but that's been a bit bad since the turn. I almost get the feeling he couldn't summon the adrenaline because the legs there way in the swing. Must have never goes to the left hand side. Somewhere.
Don't give it too much.
It's
up and down. trophy. In the stretch of consecutive AGAs won by Americans, Jason Day, Australia won 2015 before that.
All right, here's our second shot on the 14th.
With 2 putts from Leah for slowly. Inside the second.
That's what the funny had at the first part 3 on the golf course number 5 with the big run off in the middle of a swing to the left.
A little bit of different taste this week.
Okay, let's see what happens. This is his third. Hello there. It is me, John McCarthy, here to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. We have match play on the go today. Hopefully you can go low today. That's just too bad. Whoops, that's not great. Alrighty, he's good to go on this one. Let's see how he does. See what you have on the second shot here on the 10th. Well, might not like the results here. Well, you can't hit them all. Okay, he's coming out of the deep stuff. All right, third shot for him. And what will go down here? He's in the sand. Let's see if our little friend here can get up and down out of this bunker. Well, let's see what happens for this fella in the bunker. And we're green side. He's in the rough. Looks like he's in the bunker here. Let's see how this goes down. Well, let's see how he does here. He's in the bunker. Ooh, and your friend's in the bunker here. Let's see what happens. And you'll go one up on your opponent if you can just sink this putt. Off to a great start here. You're one up after the first hole of this match. Okay, careful of the headwind out there. That isn't too good, is it? All right, let's see how he does on this hole. And this one coming out of the deep rough. Not an amazing swing. Here's our second shot on hole number 11. Ooh, you might not like where this one's going. Well, still in the rough here, but the shorter grass will come. Coming out of the deep stuff might not be enough. This is out of the second cut here. Well, might not have had enough club on that one. Okay, nothing like being back on the fairway. Good stuff. And he's hitting from the rough here. Let's see what he does with it. And this one's coming out of the rough, and I don't know if it's going to make it. See if he can get up and down from this sand. Looking at a 10-foot putt here. And as you line this putt up, tilting a little bit to the right. And if this goes down, they're going to take things all square again. Okay, he's going to win the hole with that one. And after that hole, we're all square in this match. And this one's a par 4 for the 12th. All right, load up. Let's let this go. Not the greatest contact on that one. And he's coming out of the deep rough here. They're going with the 5-iron here. Here's our second shot on the 12th. This one's heading a little bit to the left. Well, you tried, just didn't quite hit this green. Okay, we've found your friend here in the deep rough. Let's see how he does. This one's heading a little bit too much to the right. Okay, here's your 5th shot. All right, this putt for the quad. Ooh, just missed. And this putt right here will put him at 1 up. Looks like a bit of a break in this one to the right. Okay, I would love it if you could drop this one on in. And this putt's going to put him 1 up. And that's going to drop, and he will win this hole. And after that one, your opponent is 1 up. All right, over to number 13, and this one's a par 4. Let's go. Pound this one out there. Well, that's too bad. And here's our second shot on the 13th. Oop, that's not good. Oh, that one couldn't hold on to the fairway, unfortunately. Just in the first cut. That should do nicely. And he's setting up from 120 yards out. Okay, and if he sinks this next putt, he will go 2 up. This one's breaking left to right. Ooh, looks like he's put it on a pretty good line. And that's not a bad effort. And this will save your par. This putt's going uphill. Looks like it's moving left to right. Oh, this has my attention. Oh, yes. That'll go down nicely. And that will go. And that hole will be halved. And now the 14th hole. It's a par 3. Here's a 6-iron from them. All right, let's go. And that approach was a bit wayward. Good luck on your second shot here on the 14th. All right, setting up now in the bunker. Let's see what you got. And from that lie, that'll work just nicely. And if he sinks this, he will go 2 up. Oh. Okay, this left for bogey. This putt's going uphill. Looks like it's moving right to left. And if this next putt drops, he'll go 2 up. And if he sinks this next putt, he's going to go 2 up. All right, he gets it to go, and that will win the hole. Well, it's safe to say that things didn't go as planned on that one for you. Let's see what you can do on the next hole. Okay, on to number 15. This one's a par 4. Okay, full send. Let's go. Well, I'm sure that's not what you intended. Here's our second shot on the 15th hole. this one didn't turn out. Way to go. Back in the fairway. You've done well. We've got about 2:15 to go from here. And you want this one to stick nice on that green. Bit of a down slope where we want to land this. Well, that is on the green. I'll give you points for that, I guess. Just you left yourself a very long putt. All right, this is his third shot. Well, he's stuck the green, but he's a ways away yet. Okay, and from the outer reaches of this green, let's see if you can get this to go. All right, and if he sinks this next putt, we go Dormy. Oh, almost. Way out there for this putt. Good luck. It was going pretty hard to the left. All right, I feel like we got away with one there. Your opponent's letting you have that putt, so we're heading to the next. All right, here's his look at bogey. You gotta like that. You're making up ground on your friend after that hole. Well, see if you can use the tailwind on this hole. Whoops. And he's ready to let her rip. Let's see how this hole goes. And they are going with the 9-iron on this one. And here's our second shot on the 16th. Sinks this next putt, it's going to go Dormy. Looks like this one's breaking to the right. I think he's on the right track here.
Oh, and the putt misses. He did well to get it there, though.
This one's just 3 feet. And that's too bad. A bit of bad luck here. That is your second bogey in a row. And, yep, that's in there. He's going to win this hole. All right, your opponent is 2 up for the match. And on to the next hole, number 17, is a par 5. Let's let her fly. Let's go. Yep, that swing was a little bit off. And here's our second shot on the 17th. Oops, right into the tree. And he's trying to get out of this deep rough. Let's see how this goes. Now, he does not want this one to roll off into the rough. You must be feeling lucky. Taking driver off the turf. Oh, that's no good. I think it's heading to the bunker. This is his third shot. No, might not even get to the green. Setting up in the fairway sand. Well, that won't do, will it? Well, you missed the approach. I'm not disappointed in you in any way. Just want you to know that. Well, this is definitely in the sand. Let's see what goes down for him. He sinks this next putt. He walks away with the win. Ooh. All right, this one's around 15 feet. This one's going left to right pretty hard. All right, if he sinks this next putt, then, well, he wins. And unfortunately for you, if he sinks this, he wins the match. Okay, just a few more inches to go. All right. And if he sinks this next putt, he takes the match. Well, this one is over, and you couldn't pull out the win. Your friend will walk away 2 up over you at the end of this one. And that was a bit of fun. Thanks so much for the round. I'm glad that you brought me along for the ride. We'll see you next time. Hey there, hope you're doing great, because I certainly am. My name is John McCarthy, and I would like to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. Let's get this in gear. Today we are playing the alternate shot format, and you and your partner are going to take turns hitting the same ball down the fairway until you get that in the hole. That's how alternate shot works. All right, let's crack into it. Ooh, there's some power into that one. Okay, let's see if we can get this out of here. Looks like this one's going left. Okay, this one's around 90 yards out. If he sinks this next putt, he'll go one up. I think this one will go left to right. Looks like he's put it on a good line. And he's got 13 feet from the cup. I think this one's going left to right. And this will be a bogey on the scorecard. All right, now let's set our sights to the next. Okay, he's got 2 feet to go here. And that'll do. As we move to the second hole, nothing to report. Okay, par 4 here on the 11th. And he's ready to go. Let's see how this hole goes for him. All right, let's see how he deals with this beach. This one's looking short from the sand. We've got about 110 yards to go here. Going a bit left of the pin. Well, unfortunately, we missed the green here. Let's see how this shapes up. This is his third shot. Okay, he is setting this one up from way down the line. Let's see how it goes. Okay, and if he sinks this next putt, he will go 2 up. This one seems to be tilting left to right. Okay, this one for the double. And this one looks like it's kind of moving from the left to the right. A little bit too firm on that one. He's got 3 feet to go. Okay, that putt's done. Okay, he's got this for bogey. And that putt safely in its home. Okay, here we go. Par 4, 12th hole. Let's do it. This one's fairway bound. Okay, let's launch this next tee shot. What do you say? Something went amiss. And look who we found in the rough. Let's see what happens. I think this one's coming up short from the rough. He's got around 155 yards to go here. A little too much to the right. Okay, be very careful. This could go squirrely. It's really deep into this rough. This one's 19 feet. Look at this one breaking pretty hard to the left here. Oh, come on. And if this goes, it'll be for his par. Yeah, that's a good call. I don't think we were going to win this hole anyway. And the 13th hole is before us. This one's a par 4. Here we go. Let's see what this guy does. All right, here's our second shot on the 13th. And you might not have enough club from the rough. Okay, he's setting up a second shot here. one's going right. All right, let's see what he can do from the greenside bunker. Okay, and this one to save the hole. It's breaking to the left, I think. Oh, unfortunate. This putt's around 5 feet away. Okay, this next putt is for his bogey. And that'll drop. And that hole will be happy. All right, we got a par 3 here on the 14th. And here's a look at their 5-iron. Okay, let's see what you can do off of this tee. This one's drawing. And from this incredible distance, it's going to be interesting to see what he pulls out here. I think this putt's going to break to the right. Oh. 7-foot putt coming up. He can save his par right here. Let's see what happens. Hello there, my name is John McCarthy. Ever so glad you could join me for this round of golf here on PGA Tour 2K25. Just doing the front 9 today, I guess. All right, let's have a good one out there. All right, let's send it. Oh, into the water. And this is our third shot. Might be in the long grass after this one. This shot's just about 95 yards to the pin. This is leaning to the right. All right, we're back in the fairway. I like it. I'm having that. And this putt right here will put him at 1 up. I think this one's going left to right. Okay, checking in here to see if you want to concede this hole to your opponent. It's very unlikely that you'll win the hole, but it's a good way to speed up this match. Friend will be 1 up after the first hole of this one. We've got a par 3 for the second hole. Well, looking forward to this hole. This one's going left. Well, unfortunately, that's a missed green. Oh, man. Would have loved to see that chip go down. And if he sinks this next putt, he's going to go 2 up on you. Look out. Ooh, that was close. Here is a bogey putt. Good work. And if he sinks this, he will go 2 up. Okay, he's left with this to have the hole. And that hole will be had. This one, par 4 here on the third. Let's go. Pound this one into the fairway. Well, that was never going to be good. And here's your second shot on the third. Ooh, this approach is looking like it might be short. Okay, coming out of the second cut. Could be dicey. Let's see what he does. Going with the 9-iron. Oh, you hate to see it. And if this next putt drops, he'll go 2 up. It looks like this one's breaking right to left. And he's done well to get that one in the cup. That's for birdie. And after that one, your friend is 2 up in the match. And the 4th hole, we have a par 3. Little bit too much club, maybe. All right, and that one will indeed just barely get into this first cut. Well, let's see what you got. Good job. Let's see what happens. He's in the green side rough. Oh my, almost in with the chip. And this putt from 10 feet. This one's going a bit to the right. Oh my goodness. All right, you'll take this hole if you sink this putt. That shows some resilience. Birdied this one after a bogey on the last. Well done. And let's see what we can do here on the 5th hole. And let's see how he does on this hole. Looks like this one will be safe in the fairway. And this will be his 2nd shot. Okay, about 225 to the pin from here. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be great. And we are in the deep stuff currently. Let's get out of here now. setting up here in the green side rough. And this one for par. And if he sinks this next putt, he's going to go 2 up. All right, that putt goes in, and he will win this hole. And now the par 4 6th. All right, let's launch this into the atmosphere, preferably hitting the fairway. What happened there? I don't know if this one has enough from the rough. All right, let's leave this sand behind us. What do you say? Might come up short here. All right, that one wound up into deep stuff, unfortunately. Don't know what that was. Just a little off on that approach. And if he sinks this next putt, we're going dormant. And from there, not a bad result. Setting up here with a very long putt. Looks like this putt goes downhill to the right. And if he sinks this next putt, we're going dormy, folks. All right, that putt goes down, and he takes this hole. All right, just looking at the next hole now. That one was a bit of a loss. Okay, 7th hole is a par 4. Okay, give this a smash. Drive's looking good. Let's see how he does out of the sand. second shot here on the 7th. And this is your third shot. And sorry to say, but if he sinks this, he wins the match. Nothing wrong with that putt. All right, drop this on in and save your par. This one looks like it's breaking just a touch to the left. Oh, it's getting there. And that'll be your par. Good job. Ooh. And your opponent is 2 up on you after that one. Okay, let's see what we can do here on the 8th hole. Bit of a downslope out there around the landing area in this fairway. Unlucky. And let's see how this tee shot fares for him. Okay, he's coming out of the deep stuff. This approach is leaning a bit to the right. Setting up here in the rough, and it's a deep lie. No two ways about it. Okay, we just barely made it into this first cut of rough. That shouldn't be too bad for you. Okay, here he goes. He's got a very long putt to deal with. Let's see what happens. Ooh, almost. All right, sink this and you'll take the hole. Here's an uphill putt moving to the left. And this is for his bogey. And as this one winds down, you couldn't put everything together today to pull out the win, but it's next time. All right, that's going to do it for me, and just want to thank you again for playing the game. Hopefully we see you soon. Hello there, and welcome to the game that is PGA Tour 2K25. My name's John McCarthy. Starting off with Bigham, we got par 5 for the first hole. Now let's smash this ball into that fairway and get things on the go. Okay, let's smash this one out there. There's something off on that swing. I just can't figure out what. All right, second shot on the 10th. Ouch. Okay, 225 yards for him. Let's see what he does. Going with the hybrid. And we're in the rough, and it is a bad lie. Real deep into this rough. I think you might be coming up a bit short from the rough here. That's going to miss the green. Unfortunate. All right, let's see what happens. This is his third shot. Ooh, he almost got that one to go. Okay, come on now. Let's coax this one into the hole. Save our par. And be happy with ourselves. Let's go. Oh my, wish I could have given you that one. And this putt's going to put him one up. All right, you're going to give that putt away to your opponent. All good. You won't win this hole. Get a good feeling about the next one. And the 11th is a par 4. Here we go. Give it a rip. Let's hit that fairway. That drive was fierce. He's definitely into the second cut here. Let's see how he does. Bit of an awkward swing. Okay, second shot on the 11th. This might not be enough out of the rough. A little off on that approach, but that's okay. And if he sinks this next putt, he's going to go 2 up on you. Look out. This one looks like it's breaking to the left. Wouldn't that be nice to save par on this one? And here's an uphill putt, moving to the left. A little too hard. 6 feet to the cup. And a bit of bad luck here. Back-to-back bogeys after that putt drops. Okay, and if he sinks this next putt, he will go 2 up. Oh. And let's see, he's setting up now, 2-footer. And there we go. Okay, that hole's going to be halved. And the 12th hole is a par 3. Well, not the purest of strokes. All right, interested to see what you have in store for us here.
Hey, lefty, give me the win mark.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. This will be a historic day for one player. It's the final round of the prestigious Players' Championship. I'm Andrew Catalan alongside Rich Beam and Luke Elvey, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy following the action on the course. Rich, there's a lot of money on the line this week. It's the Players' Championship at TPC Sawgrass. Take me through this course.
Yeah, and none of the players will actually admit that they're going to be a little nervous about that money, but I promise they are. It's just a different golf course. There's no shot that really fits your eye. You have a tee box pointing one direction, a landing area that's a different direction, and a green that sits even more cattywampus than that. It's a golf course you have to have a lot of imagination at and not be afraid to hit the big bender and pull off some of the funkier shots, because you're going to be presented with them quite a few times around here. It's a goofy golf course that linear golfers such as PGA Tour players don't necessarily like.
We've made our way to a par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here, because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
This player won their last event. Let's see if that momentum carries on.
Well, it's certainly in their favor, isn't it? Winning breeds winning. It wouldn't surprise me to see them win again this week.
That's a really nice shot. Really well done. A birdie putt coming up. This could be a big one. She is moving up the leaderboard, trying to build some momentum. Teeing off here on the third.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of the green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
This one might run right through the fairway. Hey, Henny, what can you tell us about the lie?
Oh, some smiles here. A bit of luck in the second cut. It's sitting nicely.
Two under for the event. Take it right out of the cup. What a great job.
Oh, went from the outhouse to the penthouse with that chip in.
As we take a quick look at the leaderboard, Colin Morikawa is out in front.
All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. Strong hole this one, isn't it?
Par 4, 471 yards to the back. Drive it out to the left-hand side to give yourself the best angle for your second shot into this long, thin green.
Yeah, that one will play. Sitting at 3 under par. Yeah, that was a safe play. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Right to lefter, up the hill. Can be positive with this one.
Good.
Good speed about it. Look at this. That's one of those putts that you're proud of, even if it doesn't drop. And this one is for her par. The putt drops, and we're moving on. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. We've arrived at a par 4.
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway. This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one.
Sometimes you hit some good ones, sometimes you hit some bad ones. Second shot here on the 6th. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Just 3 strokes back. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place.
As we move on to the next hole, it's a 3-shot cushion for our leader.
What a drive. Look at that.
This is about a 120-yard shot. 4 off the pace. All right, the putter can come out now. Henny, how tricky is this one?
This is testing. A big right to left slope.
Birdie would have been a big boost to the card. We've got a multiple major champion sitting atop the leaderboard. It's Collin Morikawa. All right, we're moving along to the action at the 8th.
Par 3, 237 yards in length. A brute, to say the least. It is a tough hole surrounded by bunkers. If you can make 3 here, you're a happy person.
On the green, but some work to do. This putt starts on a good line. And it drops. The tee shot at number 9.
Absolutely tattooed that drive.
And right now at -4. And from the bunker. Seven feet to the cup.
She's got a great look at birdie here.
Another birdie on the scorecard. That's number 5. As we take a look at the leaderboard, the lead is 2 for Collin Morikawa. We start the back 9 here at the 10th hole. we're going to see what can happen out of the fairway bunker.
Ooh, yeah. This one's headed right.
5 under at the moment. A second place tie on the leaderboard. That is the perfect position to leave it in. A short one left for par. As we take a look at the leaderboard, our featured player is in 3rd place.
There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
This one looks like it's going left. Well, it's fair to say that fortune favours the brave, Rich.
Yes, it does. And being just one shot back, things are getting interesting.
That's a lovely looking stroke. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. The tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just the decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, and little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13.
So many different levels to this green. On the par 3, playing 181 yards from the back. You can get it close. You can even make a hole in 1, but watch out if you hit the wrong spot on the green. It'll be difficult to 2-putt from there.
Going with the 7. That was wonderfully done. Trying to get to 8 under par with this putt. And he's down there. You got a read?
This putt's going to come in from the left side.
Tony Finau coming off a birdie on his last hole. And that takes him to 2 off the lead.
Putting some heat onto the leader after that last hole, Luke. Great job. Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
Setting up here, coming off a run of birdies.
Absolutely. It's been a good streak late in the round.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. And Henny, what's she looking at for this putt?
35 foot from the hole.
Well holed. Let's move on. A great birdie by Tony Finau at the last, but he's now just 2 off the lead.
And now teeing off on this par 4.
One of the more simple tee shots on the golf course. Par 4, 470 yards. Just a little fade required off the tee to the fairway. The green sits up above the fairway a little bit, surrounded by a couple of bunkers, but I gotta say, I like this hole. It's straightforward, it's simple, before you head into the final 3.
She's got a long putt to go. This is a good stroke. Yes! As we update the leaderboard, She has the lead, but Toni Finau is right behind her. Teeing off here on the 16th hole.
Fun-filled adventure waits. Find the fairway, and let's see how brave you are. Do you want to take on the second shot and try and knock it on the green? Of course you do. But watch out. Lots of water awaiting a wayward second.
Another good shot from our leader.
Wow, was that a massive drive there. Holy cow.
This looks like a 190-yard shot. Leading the event by 3 shots. Really like that play. Now a good look at the hole. This is a 6-footer. Wow, what a shot for Eagle. Before we move on to the next, we look at the leaderboard, and she is ahead by 5 strokes. This is pitching wedge on the way. Okay, green side, and the goal now is to get up and down. That is a wonderful shot. Count it. It's good.
Nothing like it. Good stuff.
Our featured player still sits atop the leaderboard. We've hit the 18th hole. It's a par 4.
It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green, somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole, probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
Looking to get up and down from here. That's really a beautiful chip shot. And a par to finish out the round. Rich, just an incredible performance, back-to-back wins on tour.
It takes a lot of mental fortitude to win not just once, but back-to-back weeks. Job well done.
Well, that'll do it for today. For all of us here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalon. Have a great night.